Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Factify.
Fact number 1. A cloud weighs around 1,000,000 tons. A typical cloud has a volume of about 1 cubic kilometer and a density of roughly 1.003 kilograms per m, around 0.4% less dense than the air surrounding it, which is how clouds are able to float. Fact number 2. Giraffes are 30 times more likely to be struck by lightning than humans. Although only 5 well-documented fatal lightning strikes occurred between 1996 and 2010, the relatively small population of giraffes. Fact number 3. Identical twins do not have the same fingerprints. Environmental factors during development in the womb, such as umbilical cord length, position, and finger growth rate, affect fingerprint formation, making each set unique. Fact number 4. Earth's rotation is slowing down. As a result, the length of a day increases by about 1.8 seconds per century. Around 600 million years ago, a day on Earth lasted only 21 hours. Fact number 5. Earlobes have no clear biological purpose. While they are rich in nerve endings and may play a role in social interaction, many scientists believe they don't serve any essential biological function. Fact number 6. Your brain is constantly eating itself through a process called phagocytosis, where cells engulf and remove waste or damaged cells. Despite sounding alarming, this process is completely healthy and helps preserve gray matter. Fact number 7. The largest piece of fossilized dinosaur poo ever discovered is over 30 centimeters long and more than 2 liters in volume. Believed to belong to a Tyrannosaurus rex, this coprolite has helped scientists learn more about the dinosaur's diet. Fact number 8. Mars isn't perfectly round. Unlike other rocky planets in the solar system, it's shaped more like a rugby ball, with different dimensions along all 3 axes. Fact number 9. There's no such thing as a zero-calorie food. Even very low-calorie foods like celery and watercress contain more energy than the body uses to digest them. Fact number 10. The universe's average color is called cosmic latte. In a 2002 study, astronomers found that when all light from galaxies is averaged together, it produces a beige color close to white. Fact number 11. Animals can experience time differently from humans. Smaller animals perceive the world as moving more slowly because their brains process information faster. Salamanders and lizards, for example, experience time more slowly than cats and dogs. Fact number 12. Water might not actually be wet. Many scientists define wetness as a liquid's ability to maintain contact with a solid surface, meaning water itself isn't wet, but it can make other things wet. Fact number 13. Most people stroke cats the wrong way. Research suggests cats often tolerate petting mainly for food or attention. The safest areas are under the chin, cheeks, and the base of the ears, while the belly and base of the tail are more likely to annoy them. Fact number 14. A chicken once lived for 18 months without a head. Known as Mike the Chicken, this remarkable case was recorded in the 1940s in the USA. He survived because his jugular vein and much of his brainstem remained intact. Fact number 15. The raw ingredients of a human body would cost over 116,000 pounds. However, if you were to refine the materials yourself, the cost could be reduced to under 100 pounds. Fact number 16. If all the world's bacteria were stacked on top of one another, they would stretch for about 10 billion light years. Earth's microscopic microbes could wrap around the Milky Way more than 20,000 times. Fact number 17. Wearing a tie can reduce blood flow to the brain by up to 7.5%. A 2018 study found that tight neckties can cause dizziness, nausea, headaches, increased eye pressure, and can also carry germs. Fact number 18. The fear of long words is called hippopotamonstrous patius. The term has roots in Roman literature but was popularized in its modern form in 2000 by American poet Amy Nezukumatethil. Fact number 19. The world's oldest dog lived to be 29.5 years old. An Australian cattle dog named Louis holds the record, far exceeding the typical canine lifespan. Fact number 20. The world's oldest cat lived for 38 years and 3 days. Cream Puff remains the oldest cat ever recorded. Fact number 21. The sun makes a sound, but we can't hear it. In the form of pressure waves, the sun does make a sound. The wavelength of the pressure waves from the sun is measured in hundreds of miles. However, meaning they are far beyond the range of human hearing. Fact number 22. Mount Everest isn't the tallest mountain on Earth. Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa in Hawaii, the twin volcanoes, are taller than Mount Everest, as 4.2 kilometers of their height is submerged underwater. The twin volcanoes measure a staggering 10.2 kilometers in total, compared to Everest's paltry 8.8 kilometers. Fact number 23. Our solar system has a wall. The heliopause, the region of space in which solar wind isn't hot enough to push back the wind of particles, coming from distant stars, is often considered the boundary wall between the solar system and interstellar space. Fact number 24. Octopuses don't actually have tentacles. They have 8 limbs, but they're arms for most species. Technically, when talking about cephalopods, octopuses, squids, etc., scientists define tentacles as limbs with suckers only at their ends. Octopus arms have suckers down most of their length. Fact number 25. Most maps of the world are wrong. The Mercator projection, first developed in 1569, is still widely used. This method is wildly inaccurate and makes Alaska appear as large as Brazil and Greenland, appear about 14 times larger than it actually is. For a map to be completely accurate, it would need to be life-size and round, not flat. Fact number 26. NASA genuinely faked part of the moon landing. While Neil Armstrong's first steps on the lunar surface were categorically not faked, the astronaut quarantine protocol when the crew returned to Earth was largely just one big show. Fact number 27. Comets smell like rotten eggs. A comet smells like rotten eggs, urine, burning matches, and almonds. Traces of hydrogen sulfide, ammonia, sulfur dioxide, and hydrogen cyanide were found in the makeup of Comet 67P Churyumov-Gerasimenko. Promotional postcards were even commissioned in 2016 carrying the pungent scent of a comet. Fact number 28. Earth's poles are moving. This magnetic reversal of the North and South Pole has happened 171 times in the past 71 million years. We're overdue a flip. It could come soon, as the North Pole is moving at around 55 kilometers per year, up from about 15 kilometers per year prior to 1990. Fact number 29. You can actually die laughing. And a number of people have, typically due to intense laughter causing a heart attack or suffocation. Comedy shows should come with a warning. Fact number 30. Chainsaws were first invented for childbirth. They were developed in Scotland in the late 18th century to help speed up symphysiotomy, widening the pubic cartilage and remove disease-laden bone during childbirth. It wasn't until the early 20th century that chainsaws began being used for woodcutting. Fact number 31. Ants don't have lungs. They breathe through spiracles, 9 or 10 tiny openings, depending on the species. Fact number 32. You don't actually lose most of your heat through your head. Your face, head, and chest are just more sensitive to temperature changes. Covering any part of the body helps prevent heat loss in the same way. Fact number 33. The T-Rex likely had feathers. Scientists in China discovered feather-covered tyrannosaur ancestors from the early Cretaceous period, suggesting T-Rex probably had feathers too. Fact number 34. Football teams wearing red kits tend to play better. A review of matches over the last 55 years showed teams in red consistently performed better in home games than teams wearing other colors. Fact number 35. When you cut a worm in two, it can regenerate, but only in certain cases. Earthworms can regrow tails, while planarian flatworms can regrow an entire body from a tiny piece. Fact number 36. Wind turbines kill between 10,000 and 100,000 birds each year in the UK. Painting one turbine blade black can reduce bird deaths by up to 70%. Fact number 37. Snails have teeth, between 1,000 and 12,000 of them. These tiny teeth are located on a file-like tongue called a radula. Fact number 38. Sound can have negative decibels. The quietest place on Earth is Microsoft's anechoic chamber in Redmond, USA, measured at minus 20.6 decibels. Fact number 39. A horse usually produces more than 1 horsepower. A 1993 study found a horse can generate up to 18,000 watts, around 24 horsepower. Fact number 40. Your signature may reveal personality traits. A 2016 study found larger signatures in men correlate with social bravado, while in women they correlate with narcissistic traits.